Wake up in the grind, clock ticking, 20 minutes flat, freedom main-handed knives built with the...
What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of 20-Minute Freedom Project. I am your host, Josh Lopez, and today we're going to cut straight through the excuses, through the stories we tell ourselves, and we're going to go after one thing that silently destroys more leaders, entrepreneurs, or fathers, husbands, mothers, wives, and creators than anything else, and that is energy. Our goals require energy. Leadership requires energy. Freedom requires energy. And without it, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter how good at strategy you are. It doesn't matter what books you've read, who you follow, or how disciplined you are. When your energy is gone, you disappear right along with it. This is the episode that saves careers, saves marriages, saves businesses, and sometimes saves families. But before we get into all that, I wanted to ask you something most leaders never answer truly honestly. When was the last time you actually felt energized? Not the caffeinated version, not the overstimulated version, not panicked and woke up in a cold sweat by stress. I mean, truly energized. When you're clear, focused, steady, you have that sharp determination. You're present in every moment. And you're dangerous in the best possible way. For many of you listening, it's been months. Maybe it's been years. Here's the thing, you, I, pretty much any driven person doesn't want to admit, but we need to. You're not failing because you're unskilled. You're not failing because you're undisciplined. You're not failing because you're incapable. You're failing because you're exhausted. There can be other factors to that, but ultimately, that is it. That's the problem that nobody wants to talk about, because leaders don't like to say they're tired. We like to say we're grinding, we're hustling, we're pushing through. But the truth is that push through and all that hustle and all that drive can turn into being reactive, emotional, scattered, indecisive, overwhelmed, snapping at the shortest thing, blind to what matters most. You stop leading. You start just surviving. And survival turns us all into victims. It turns entrepreneurs into firefighters. It turns marriages into battlegrounds. It turns big visions into tiny, scared decisions. You don't need more time. You don't need more hacks. You don't need another podcast, another planner, another journal, another strategy session. While all those do help to a point, you need your energy back. For those of you watching, I don't know if any of you have seen the band I wear on my wrist. It's probably covered up by my hoodie most of the time. It's called a Whoop. At first, I was definitely skeptical, not sure if it was worth all the hype, but I figured I'd give it a shot. During the first couple weeks, while it was calibrating and learning the way I work, I thought I was doing pretty good. As it continued to calibrate, though, it started to show me things my Apple Watch had been leaving out, like how many calories I was actually burning each day. It was not perfect, but it was definitely closer than what my Apple Watch was telling me. It helps me track what I like to call is my go time level. Some days it's in the green, others it's in the yellow, and others, the dreaded red. As I've been tracking how I feel in each of the different levels of my go time, you start to deduce the things that boost or ultimately hurt the levels. And let me tell you, the difference between green days and red days, though, it's like night and day. On red days, I am easily irritated, sluggish. I lack drive, even to do the things that I enjoy. It feels like you're a phone or a computer stuck at 10%. You're not dead, but one wrong move or something a little too challenging will move you straight to shutting off. You wake up tired, you go to bed tired, sit in meetings and feel like your brain was 2 seconds behind the room, or maybe you forgot it outside. That leads into forgetting things. You lose focus halfway through a sentence and you're like, wait a minute, what was I saying? I don't remember. Green days, on the other hand, it's like a different person. Ready to go, even if the task is less glorious than the things that you would like to be doing. Maybe you have to take on something that is maybe a little bit outside your wheelhouse. Maybe you have to learn something. Maybe you have to deal with a conflict. Maybe there's a disagreement between employees, or a customer is unhappy with something and you have to take care of that. When you're in the green, you wake up and you are ready to roll. Think of it as a car that takes premium, but on those red days, you took and put regular in the gas tank. And you wanted to save a couple bucks. But ultimately, it hurts your performance. You don't get the same thrills as if you were running premium. Same thing. You have to be sure that you're always in the green, because your brain feels like it can crush anything. It's like you are running on premium down the freeway and you are burning out in every gear. It's like keeping up without even trying. At the gym, feels like you can lift anything. But if you're running in the red and you put regular in that car, it is unhappy. You're living life and all of it is a blur. And you're not executing at your best. You struggle to make decisions, and your team sees it, your family sees it, and your friends see it. You can't lead and reach new levels if you don't have the energy to keep up at the level that you are currently at. You're not present for your partner, your kids, your family, your team, or your friends. When you have a lack of energy, success seems like a pipe dream. Success isn't just a discipline problem. It's an energy management problem. Let's bring this into the real world science for a second. There's a study from the Harvard Business School. They took 1,000 leaders across multiple different industries, and the number one predictor of effective leadership wasn't the IQ, wasn't the experience that person has, it wasn't the strategic ability, it was energy. Leaders with high energy are rated as more inspiring, more confident, more decisive, and more capable, regardless of their skill level. Jim Lohr, the performance psychologist who trained Olympic athletes and Fortune 500 CEOs, said energy, not time, is the fundamental currency of high performance. Not time, not talent, not resources, energy. And when your energy is low, everything becomes a problem. Everything feels heavier. Everything feels urgent. Everything feels like a personal attack. But when your energy is high, problems look solvable. Opportunities are obvious. Decisions? What decision? They already made that one. Life looks completely different. It's because you are different and you have the energy to take care of it. Most leaders walk around with 4 dead batteries. They don't know it. They just think life is stressful. No, your batteries are motherfucking empty. There are 4 batteries. You have a physical battery, which is your sleep, your nutrition, your hydration, your ability to move, your hormones. You can't out hustle biology. You can't outwork a failing body. You can't think clearly when your brain is being fed junk. This is the battery most of us ignore until the body forces a shutdown. You end up in the hospital. You have no energy. You're stuck in bed because somehow you're sick. The next battery is your emotional battery. This one drains fastest of all. The conflict, the chaos, the unresolved tension. Staying strong for everyone except for yourself. This battery controls your patience and your presence, your kindness, your empathy. Most leaders run emotionally bankrupt and then wonder why every conversation feels like they are fighting. Your third battery is your mental battery. It's your focus, your clarity, your creativity, strategic thinking. If you feel scattered, indecisive, forgetful, or overwhelmed, this battery needs charged and is dead. And no, grinding isn't going to make it better and refill it. The fourth battery is your spiritual battery. It's your purpose, your faith, your identity, the meaning, the meaning that you have, the conviction. This one makes leaders unbreakable. You can survive without it, but you can't lead without it. When this battery is charged, you become dangerous in the most powerful way. Most leaders try to fix performance problems with discipline. They try to fix exhaustion with plans, burnout with productivity. They try to fix the overwhelm that they feel with more calendars, more systems, more checklists. But you might want to write this part down. You can't plan your way out of exhaustion. You can only recover your way out. One of the biggest lies is that the idea that you have to push nonstop. The rest you want is weakness. The recovery is your laziness. And slowing down means you can't handle it. No, you have to have your recovery because it is your leadership, your strategy, your clarity, and it is your maturity. Because the cost of exhaustion is always higher than the cost of rest. Yes, I know. I feel the same way that some of you are thinking right now. But I don't feel good resting. I feel like I have to keep pushing. All driven people feel that way. It's still good to actually take a minute and recharge because we all need it. We just have to find ways that work for each one of us. One person, their recharge might be sitting alone, reading a book, spending time alone. Maybe you go out fishing. Maybe your recharge time is actually in the gym. You get away from everybody. You have your own personal time. Someone else might have a energy recharge that is driving around at night on an old country road, just thinking and working through what they're dealing with. Everyone has a different way of recharging. You just have to find yours. Let me give you something real. A smart guy, great father, driven individual came to me thinking that he had a discipline problem. He couldn't focus. He wasn't consistent. He was forgetting meetings and forgetting important things that his kids or his wife had told him. And he was making impulsive decisions. He kept saying, I need to get my discipline back. All I could say was, no, you don't. You need to get your energy back. All we had to do was go through everything he's going through, and we worked it backwards and realized that his physical battery was completely dead. 4 hours of sleep. He was not drinking anywhere close to the water he needed. He was drinking 4+ energy drinks a day. He was extremely stressed, not working out, zero recovery. His discipline didn't disappear. He ran out of energy. And this is the thing. Once we charged his battery, everything changed. His decisions got sharper. His communication got calmer. His vision was clearer. His presence at home got even stronger. Not because he became a better leader or better father or husband, because he became the charged human being that he needed to be. So here's the framework that I have used and I have helped other people use. And it is the energy reset. 6 simple steps. They're simple, they're powerful, and it completely reset your energy. E is for elevate your batteries. You have to take out a notepad, and I want you to write down on that all your 4 batteries. Your physical, your emotional, your mental, and your spiritual. I want you to rate them from 1 to 10. After you do that, I want you to determine, where are you empty? N is neutralize the drains. Just like in finance, when you want to find out where you're losing all your money, because you're like, wait a minute, I have a budget set up, but I keep leaking somewhere. You have to find where you're bleeding your energy. Is it people? Is it habits? Is it the food you're eating? Is it your sleep patterns? Are there conversations that are just draining you after you're done? Do you have endless notifications that don't really matter? Responsibilities that you should have delegated? Your drains are killing you more than your lack of discipline. The next one is E. You have to establish rhythms, not just routines. Routines can break under your stress. Rhythms bend. A morning rhythm and an evening rhythm and a weekly reset rhythm. This is where all your stability is built. Because while you have your habits and they are in your rhythm, you have to set things that you are okay with. Say you are going to set a habit of walking 2 miles each morning. Maybe you're going to take the dog for a walk. There are some days that it is not all about the discipline of doing it. It is about the fact that it gets done. Your dog wants to go on that walk, or you need to take yourself on that walk. But maybe it's not 2 miles. Maybe you cut it down to 1.5 miles. Maybe it's 1 mile. You still are performing the habit, but you are letting it bend slightly. You are not going to get in the habit of bending it all the time, though. This is for your reset, to regain your energy, because you're not looking to break your discipline along with killing all your energy. You have to keep your discipline without killing your energy. This is why you need to bend slightly every once in a while to be able to recharge. R is recover before you collapse. The highest performers recover the most. If you don't schedule your recovery, it will eventually schedule it for you. And it will be the most inopportune time when it decides to do that. G is grow your capacity. This is where training comes in. Training your mind, training your body, training your spirit, training your skills. A charged leader grows. A drained leader resists the urge to grow because they don't have the energy or the bandwidth to actually make that happen. Y is yield to purpose. This is the spiritual battery. When you know why you're here, you operate differently. You slow down on the stupid things. You level up the important things. Your purpose is what fuels your everyday actions. If you don't have the purpose, it's like you're on a boat without a rudder, aimlessly wandering from place to place. Here's your challenge of the week. Charge one battery, just one. Exercise earlier where you were supposed to pick the lowest, or rate your energy. You are going to pick the lowest one. Give it attention for 7 days. If it's physical, fix your sleep, or get back in the gym, or fix how you're eating. If it's emotional, have the conversation you've been avoiding. Maybe spend more time with your partner, your kids, your family. If it's mental, unplug and simplify. Maybe you need to set times per day that you are without your phone, unreachable. It's like you are in a place of no service. No one can reach you. You are not in front of a computer or your phone to check email or the next notification of something is going wrong. If it is spiritual, spend 10 minutes a day reconnecting with God. Your purpose or your mission. One battery, 7 days. Watch how your life responds. You're not broken, you're not weak, and you're not failing at life. The fact is that you're tired, drained, and lack the energy. And tired leaders make bad decisions. Charge your batteries, and your life will follow. Because freedom isn't found, it's built. One rep at a time, one reset at a time, and one battery at a time. And if this episode pushed you, challenged you, or made you think, share it with someone who keeps running on empty and needs a recharge. And remember to subscribe and leave me a 5-star review to help the show grow and reach more people that need to hear it. And I will catch you guys on the next one.